Welcome. Roland's the man you need to see if you need to buy or fence items.
Any items in need of repair? Got the fire stoked and ready to patch your equipment. Good as new. The woman's a loyal servant to the Hierophant, and for that we've seen profit. She and Arcia look out for us all. It isn't a hard life, really. I had it hard once, working a brothel in Apatir, but Argine let me swing a hammer for my coin now. Used to be proper artisans that crafted items for sale in Sun Camp. People still talk of gems and ornaments that they bought here ages ago. Isn't a place I'd go back to. Had enough of whoring myself and scavenging for coin. It's a rough and tumble place. Farewell.
So hot out there. Think yourself lucky? Try your chances and cut a Brana's dice game.
A lot of riches to be found in this world, if only you know how to look. I can train you to find them, should you wish. And with the Hierophant's blessing. Stay alert. A lot of riches to be found in this world, if only you know how to look. I can train you to find them, should you wish. And with the Hierophant's blessing. It was a mining area once. Now there's not much that's left to dig out of the soil, from what I hear. Still, there's enough of other things to scavenge in the mines and quarries if you keep your eyes peeled. Argine's got the run of things here in Sun Camp, and she does a good job doing it, too. People in towns and cities think we travelers are shunned. In truth, we're freer than they'll ever know. They say the desert's a barren place, but Sun Camp brings a bit of light and color to these rocks by the Hierophant's grace. It isn't hard to learn how to find what's hidden. You've just got to look for the usual patterns, the same clues, and you sort it all out. Stay alert. Yes?
Need anything? Roland's the man you need to see if you need to buy or fence items.
A lot of riches to be found in this world, if pleasant findings.
May the road be soft at your feet.
Hey there.
Plenty of merchants here to take your coin. See Roland or Briente if you need anything. I hear that Harriset is paying good money for iron components.
Briente always keeps the forge lit if you need a smithy.
Hi. You and I aren't so different. Once you've done something wrong, there's no going back. There's no erasing it. This is the only life we've got, right? It's a good town, or it was before the Motus disaster and the mercenaries. I have fond memories of Whitestone. I used to buy candy at Varick's place. Simpler times. See you.
Got a few odds and ends for sale here, if you're looking for that sort. Also buying if you need a fence. City's the jewel of Detir, so the gnomes say. A lot of bustle and trade going on there, if you've the stomach for it. The woman runs this camp like a damn army. Everything has its order, and we march to the tune of the Hierophant, bless her. Keeps the coin coming in, at any rate. Argine thanks the Hierophant for that. And we all do, for that matter. Folks from all walks come to join the travellers. Beggars, highwaymen, thieves. All looking to live a life without laws or lords. As far as the traveller camps go, Sun's the largest. They say that Argine founded it over 60 years ago. So long.
Best keep on your toes. Argine does not have patience for, well, very much.
I hear that Harriset is paying good money for iron components.
Yes? The blessing of the Hierophant be with you. There's a whole world of hidden secrets you can learn with my trade. Stay alert.
Enjoy the shade, wanderer.
Looks like you're used to dust on your feet. Willing to help an old tinker collecting some iron? I've been in Sun Camp since it started, and Argine's been right here with me. She saw Adessa carved into the side of that crater. She keeps faithful to the Hierophant, and it seems in turn that we stay prosperous. Not a bad arrangement. A good many people love the travelers as thieves, but we first started with people like me, tinkers, journeymen, and wanderers. I've been tinkering in this camp almost as long as it's been around. It isn't much like Star or Moon. Argine runs this camp fine, but after all these years, I don't even know her all that well. Make my trade as a tinker, fixing pots and spades and shovels for common folk. But with the war on, iron's been scarce. I'm too old to go around scrounging for bits and scraps. If you find any iron components on your travels, I'll pay well for them. That's good. Iron isn't exactly like gold. It should be pretty commonplace if you look. Or even some time at Briente's forge might help. But I'm a tinker, mind you, not a smith. I can't work with finished pieces. I need iron components. Well, around, I suspect. I haven't been out on the road in some time, but as I recall, it's not too hard to find. Farewell. Nice to see a bit of foot traffic by my old stall. Fancy a bit of work collecting some iron? Well, around, I suspect. Farewell.
Roland's the man you need to see if you need to buy or fence items.
Another? Someone saw fit to place you in the sandstone villa. I would go see to it if I were you. Yes, yes, go on.
What? The Basilica Nostra is the home of Adessa's greatest thinking minds. Many would relish the chance to visit.
You wish to speak? The librarium holds a wealth of knowledge for any that wish to walk amongst its shelves.
What can I do for you?
Yes? What do you want? I am not in the habit of making conversation with strangers, especially one of your stature. Please be quick. The shining jewel of knowledge. An oasis of reason and order carved by the gnomes into the dusty wilds of Datir. Unlike the lofty idealism of the Alpha and the messy pragmatism of the humans, we gnomes proudly embrace the virtues of reason and order. As such, we must maintain neutrality in these periodic wars that spring up. We cannot risk tainting our knowledge by taking sides, you understand? It is an estate that I have ordered to be kept empty for when I have need of it, such as now. From their council in the Forum, the Templars guide the advancement of our society. Our tremendous successes are due to their unswerving pursuit of knowledge. Each Templar is allowed a wide degree of freedom in the projects they sponsor, but they are ultimately accountable to the rest of the Forum. I see. Think very, very carefully about what you are saying. Octien is a Templar. He is in a position of the highest authority. And who, may I ask, are you? For you to accuse Octien without having a direct confession is not only meaningless, but contrary to all our procedures. Even if this were true, or even already suspected, it would have to be corroborated by Octien himself. That requires a confession. As he is not here to present the charges himself, I must assume that no such confession exists. Now, I have done all I can for you. Please, trouble me no further with this matter, especially with such insufficient evidence. We have already discussed this. Nothing short of a confession would convict him. As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the librarium. You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point. We have already discussed this. Nothing short of a confession. As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the
Hello. I'm here to send regrets on behalf of Templar Joriel. While she wishes to extend you aid, she's stymied by protocol. What she gave you was an official response. I'm here to give you another response. A personal one. I am a political aide for Templar Joriel. I operate in a number of capacities for the Templars' official and unofficial business. My superior has suspected for some time the crimes that you've levied against Templar Octien. But like you, she is frustrated by his status. Allow me to be direct. If you can make Templar Octien publicly acknowledge his crimes, then Templar Joriel will reward you. She will be your patron of sorts. The city is a marvelous place. Recently, my work has taken me farther from its walls for more often, and I'm sadder for it. I am an aide to Templar Joriel. Usually, my work takes the form of drafting letters, taking notes of various functions, and so on. My superior is a very, very busy person. It is unfortunate that some wrongs escape her notice, and those she does notice cannot always be immediately righted. You wish to bring the Templar to justice, yes? Then you must get him to publicly acknowledge his crimes in some form. As my superior no doubt told you, the Templar may be found in the librarium. I suggest you go there.
What?
What now?
Yes? Yes?
Who's there?
What? Yes?
You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events. For starters, he expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end. Ha! The White Palm are hardly thugs. Simply finding them cost me a small fortune, when I expect to be reimbursed with this failure. You are a child. These crimes, as you call them, shall be my final triumph. Innocent blood has been the price for this research. But the will of souls is priceless. It is worth every sacrifice. I do have one confession, though it's not the one you seek. If a fight is what you desire, you will find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies. The wise and the foolish both die. Is that justice? With the will of souls, I can change that. I can choose who deserves life. To think that yous gave away such a gift to you. Well, we've seen how you wasted your life. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion. Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out.
Well, if setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. An ugly rendering of the truth. Did we not use each other? You needed Octien's information, and I needed him stripped of his power. I had to trust that you would do your part, and trust is not something one can always rely on. But I was rewarded for my faith handsomely. Now it's your turn. You have certainly earned it. I'm afraid that's one promise I cannot make. Our society demands neutrality with regard to the war. But I've been told that while you were on the scaffolds, Scholar Hughes managed to salvage Octien's texts from the livrarium fire. He should arrive shortly. With any luck, he's discovered something that might be of use to you. Now, I must tend to Octien's affairs. Salutations. You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point. What's needed? You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point. You can leave me to deal with Octien. I believe Fomorousa Hugues is on his way here, with information more pertinent to you.
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, a great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinia has been working on an island off of Cluricon. True. but this young lady says she has a way to fix that. I'm not sure how you know Elinshire, but she seems quite eager to speak with you. When you meet Ventrinio, be careful. His genius comes at the price of his sanity. He may want to kill you the second time around for good measure. If he hasn't yet gotten completely mad, Ventrinio should be able to get you into Alabastra. Unfortunately, research on the Well of Souls will be put on hold. Octien organized it in secret, and the other Templars will want to learn all they can of it. But I do not think I'll be idle in the meantime. With Octien out of the way, there will be need of a new Templar in Adessa. My old colleague, Ventrinio de Cellini. For a time we worked together under Templar Octien. He was a brilliant scholar, but a terrible person. Octien's journal shows that Ventrinio's assistant died during an important mission into the heart of Alabastra. I don't know how to say this, but the date of the assistant's death is shortly before you came back to life. You carry a grave responsibility now, my friend.
Hello.
What's needed?
What is it?
Good tidings.
The Alpha have a grand city in Rathir, but stone for stone, I would rate Adessa among the greatest cities in the world. Or I will when it's complete. This city will stand for centuries. You can tell that already just by standing here. History is being made as we speak. I took up learning it as a hobby. Next thing you know, I'm good enough to share the knowledge. All for the right price, of course. I perform a number of odd jobs and studies on behalf of the researchers in the laboratories. Always work to be done. The walls are home to the assistants, the mundane researchers like myself. We strive to ensure that the institutions of the Isles are optimally supported. Farewell.
Hello, aye. No worries while in the city. The gnomes keep a roof over our head and bread in our bowls for the most part. It's not the easiest life, but I'll take it.
Greetings.
Greetings. Good tidings. What's needed?
What? Yes? What?
Be quick.
Speak to Eric Porth. If you...
You wish to speak? The Grand Bursar will invest money for its clients. It's an easy but risky way to put coins to work.
You wish to speak?
So fascinating. If I can alter the structure of the formula solution, then I can possibly circumvent the... Oh, yes? What are you needing? Yes?
Blessings to you.
Yes? What? What?
I hope you will consider the Arcadium should you need any supplies.
Ah, enjoying a tour of our great city. It is beautiful. From here all the way to Sandstone Villa. It was born during the early years of the war, though thankfully away from the conflict. Perhaps the greatest house of learning in all of the Phalanx. The complexity of ideas and the thought within is truly astounding. I oversee much of our economic relations with other powers. Gold is the road to diplomacy, in many respects. We are the principals of Adessa, so to speak. With our hands and voices, we guide our brethren and neighbours. Travel far.
What? No good will come of visiting the hospitalis quarters. What?
Guest of Sandstone Villa or no, I'm afraid I have little time of which to suffer a distraction. Adessa's done a lot for the sake of this desert. It's our coin that keeps Ironfast Keep in mail, and it keeps the mines open. In reality, the positions of scholars in the Basilica are abstract enough that we are called upon to monitor a variety of concerns and issues, academic and banal. Somehow, it has fallen to me to make sure the Grand Bursar is appropriating gold to meet our needs correctly. I was not trained for this. Yes, yes.
The Forum is the democratic center of our society. Though the Templars lead...